Hello there, Rabbi. Working on the old Tin Lizzie, as I see.
Yeah, one of my new hobby I've decided to do restoring an old vehicle.
My hobby is following the March Madness as we enter into the basketball season. I am one of those people that loves a spreadsheet and putting my money in the squares and saying I can do this, and I know nothing about basketball at all, but I like the idea of paying $1 for a chance to win a couple $100. So I am an avowed gambler. I see it as a vice. And with that, we start our new series on the seven deadly sins. What does the Torah say about greed, the, the first of the deadly sins?
Yeah, let's take a moment to define sin in Judaism and in Christianity. In Judaism, the word for sin is chet, which means missing the mark. So in Judaism, sin is not a state of being. It's a choice we make. It's our actions. Where in Christianity, we find sin is a state of being we find ourselves in. And by accepting Jesus as the Christ, one can be absolved of sin, and there's all kinds of things that go along with that. So the difference being in Judaism, sin is an act, and in Christianity, sin is a state that man finds himself in, women as well.
Now, am I a sinner just because I'm greedy, or where do we draw the line between thrifty and greedy? Because I will buy the sale item when I go to the grocery store.
No. Being thrifty, saving money, is not the same as being greedy. Greedy is looking for something for nothing, is a way to get ahead by cheating someone else, by taking advantage of someone else. Very, very different. And gambling is being greedy, thinking you can get something for nothing. Remember what Grandma used to say, Joe? If it seems too good to be true, it's probably not true.
But gambling, I mean, my Friday night poker game is not greed, is it?
Well, we have a line here. One is entertainment. If I can take a look and say, gee, going out for dinner, going to a movie or a show, going for something is going to cost me $100. That's my entertainment money. I'm going to be entertained by playing the slots or by playing blackjack, or the worst of all is the roulette wheel. Okay. However, usually it's more than entertainment money. Usually what happens is I develop this mentality that I can get something for nothing, that I can win something, that I can get ahead. And now we've now crossed the line. It's no longer entertainment. It is now controlling us, and we're not being entertained anymore. That's greed. And greed is charging more than what's reasonable for the product.
Well, I think everybody understands that analogy. If you're selling water and all of a sudden it hasn't rained in 3 weeks and you still have the same amount of water, but now you get to double your price, that arguably is being greedy. Is capitalism therefore essentially greedy?
What we find is making as much as I can and getting away with it at the expense of someone else rather than commerce. Commerce is a fair price for a product. Commerce is paying someone for their labor. It shows up in medicine. It shows up in repairs. It shows up in real estate. It shows up everywhere. So commerce is what we should strive for, not taking advantage of someone in order to make more money.
So forget buy low, sell high, be fair.
Exactly. What would be a reasonable remuneration for someone's services? And what's reasonable for me to charge for my services? and not take advantage of someone for whatever reason, because of training, because of background, because of an emergency situation, not to take advantage of them. That's greed.
Well, I know a good thing when I see one, Rabbi, and I don't care how much it costs. I'm going to keep coming back to you for good advice and counsel.
And all the gambling going online, gambling going on in the casinos, the house always wins and walks away with huge profits at our expense because it's being driven by our own greed, thinking we can get something for nothing.